Hello and welcome to Unsolved Furry Mysteries. Tonight we take you to a location where a young fur known as the Dogfather Al Capone took his idea of a dream of a resort to bring the furry fandom closer together, making unforgettable memories and lasting relationships. But what happens when a dream turns into utter nightmare? The camp was a dream after a fur's own heart. But after year one, the Dogfather had thought of an idea to bring more people in. And just like the average fur, the imagination began to run wild.
I'm very, very proud of this camp. How it's turned out over the past 2 years. This is getting bigger, you know. And I came up with the Slender Fox idea to build an attraction, to bring people in, you know.
The Slender Fox seemed like a brilliant idea at the time, but little did the campers know that this innocent creature of fun and alluring excitement would soon be taking on a horrifying life form of its own.
Yes, of course, Slender Fox was inspired by Slender Man. What could go wrong? It's just a story, a creepy little story, and it was Halloween. It was perfect.
Camp Camel Guard is known for its rich history and unforgettable past. But what Al Capone did not take into account is that the property that his camp would be on was near an Indian burial ground. An Indian burial ground whose past has been rich with haunting and terrifying stories told by YMCA staff. Later on Halloween night, some of the campers had experiences of their own.
So there I was. It was about 3 a.m. and I had decided to go ahead and walk around the camp because everybody else was hunting Slender Fox pages. So I'm like, I might as well go ahead and join in the camp crusade for Slender Fox. And upon arriving to the back of the the mess hall. Arriving to the east end of it, towards where the lake is, I spotted something very unusual. It was like two tiny silhouetted spears. I assumed they were eyes, so I did what any rational person would do, and I walked towards them. There they are, just staring at me. I kept walking forward. The closer I got, the more it seemed like they didn't move. But at the same time, they kept their distance from me, and it was very, very strange. They themselves were not moving. I had my eyes locked on them. So I pulled my camera out and I took a few pictures. About the third picture I take, the eyes are gone. I look up from my phone, the eyes are there staring at me again. I decide to walk closer to them, and they close, and I never see them again. I keep walking forward to where it was. Nothing was there. I assumed it was an animal, but there was no way it was an animal. It was too high off the ground. It was too far apart to be a human. It was very, very strange. I was scared because I'm a rational human being. Stuff like that doesn't seem realistic to me. So, I don't have the picture on me, but just imagine seeing something stare at you. No matter how hard you look back, you can't identify it.
I think things started getting out of hand and weird when my commissioned artist came up to me and says, "Ha ha, come on, very funny." I go, "Ha ha, come on, what, were you talking to me? What are you talking about?" He says, "The pages." I'm like, "Yeah, what about the pages?" He says, you commissioned other people to do the pages." I'm like, "No, I didn't. I commissioned you." He says, "Then why is there more than 8? I says, "There is no more than 8. I commissioned you. And you only." The look on his face, I'll never forget it. He was like mad at me, but terrified.
As the night went on, more unexplained events unfolded as the Slender Fox caused anarchy throughout the camp, putting fear in the hearts of the campers. Gabu knew he had to pull out the big guns, so he called upon a guild that was trained for this type of situation, Legacy of the Force.
Jedi Knight Legacy Lion, and here with mission briefing after the ordeal on the YMCA camp, October 31st, 2019. Go ahead, Commander.
Why were you there?
Our mission was simple. We were there as just training exercise. It wasn't until we realized after the first day that we had a mole codenamed Slender Fox. So the rest of the whole weekend we were trying to find him.
What was your mission?
Our mission was basic. I don't know why you have all these documents out. There's you know mission briefing details. That we were there just to exercise, train some new recruits, get them adjusted to the Alliance ways, which are very stressful sometimes. But I know that there's something else you want to ask me, isn't there?
Many things, but what did you see?
That's what I was waiting for. You're referring to the ordeal on Saturday night, right?
Yes, with this Slender Fox.
Yeah. Just as we were getting operations set up to capture Slender Fox, I went back to the cabin because, oh, good old trusting me, I forgot my blaster. So I went to the cabin and I felt a disturbance, like nothing I've ever felt before. And I'm at the edge of the cabin, and I turned around, and I saw something walk by. And it was a figure, an apparition of some kind. And I just felt...
Are you sure it wasn't a disturbance from your dinner?
No. This was real. I sensed it, I felt it, I saw it. Nothing like I've ever felt before. It was overwhelming. So I got my blaster and regrouped with my guild, and then we started the hunt.
And did you accomplish the mission in finding this Slender Fox?
We did. After 2 failed attempts on capturing him, the bugger was fast. We did apprehend him after he got a good jump on me, literally.
How so?
Well, We rounded them out around the trails first time. He outran us. So we regrouped, went down back to the mess hall, tried to formulate a plan. As stated in paragraph 4, killed, regrouped at mess hall, and formulated a secondary plan, but then was, not say ambushed. Who put ambushed? We were not ambushed. He started making noises, tried to get our attention, I guess to lure us away from his main objective. I went out to investigate and saw him, and before I could react, it made me jump. After my encounter with the real life ghost, I was on edge. So instead
It was a real ghost?
Yes. So instead of reacting like I should have, it made me jump. I radioed into my team, and we were quick, and everyone surrounded him and captured him. So, yeah, that's about it. I really wish that Stealth was here. He's on another mission.
Is there anything else you'd like to add to this video report before we finish?
I like my team. I don't like that they're contemplating separating us. So, aside from that, I have nothing else to say.
Alright, this concludes the video report.
Later on that night, the camper had their camera out at the perfect opportune moment, where they captured what is to be believed the Slender Fox. This image could be triggering, and is not a Photoshop practical joke. But some say it's the real thing. World Wild Fur Camp 2018 had a guest of honor like no other, Mark Sparks, who brought joy and happiness to all of the campers of year one. But mysteriously, shortly after the camp, Mark Sparks disappeared. Concerned for his friend's life, Cabone had called in his team of investigators to track down Mark Sparks, just to make sure he was okay. But the intel that they had brought back had led us to believe that the Slender Fox had bribed Mark Sparks into silence. The whereabouts of Mark Sparks to this day is unknown. He may have shaved his beard or changed his name. Our sketch artist has come up with what Mark Sparks may look like today. If you or a friend have any information on the whereabouts of Mark Sparks, please call 1-800-U812. That's 1-800-U812. Are these stories convincing, or just the rantings of an overactive imagination? You decide in the comments below, and perhaps you can help solve a furry mystery.